So let's go straight to Group A and look at the teams in that one. It is not just Ivory Coast, just so you know as well. Nigeria also features in Group A. There is Equatorial Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Nigeria, and of course Ivory Coast. And I'm sure some Nigerian fans looking at this right now would say, God forbid, Nigeria will not finish at the bottom of that one. But hey, let's stop being superstitious. But this is the game that will happen later today. Ivory Coast will take on Guinea-Bissau. I wouldn't want to ask for predictions now, but looking at this one, already on paper, we know that Ivory Coast will get to win Guinea-Bissau, talking about the experience so far.
Well, that's one thing to say on paper, but it's another thing for it to play out in reality. The Wild Dogs of Guinea-Bissau have proven themselves to be very, very adept at this kind of competition as well. Remember, they actually defeated Nigeria at home last year. But that's just a measure of just how bad Nigeria has been over the last few years, that the fact they can get a win here. But they're going to be a very, very tough team to overcome. But you look at the Ivory Coast themselves, the Elephants are star-studded. Simon Adingra of Brighton, Frank Kessé, and there's Max Gradel, who is playing at his 7th AFCON. That's experience in that midfield as well. And I'm also looking at a certain Karim Konate, 19-year-old, who has had 11 caps in just how many years? So those are the key players to be really looking out for. For Guinea-Bissau, you expect them to show up and really be part of the numbers. But everyone, the pressure really is on the Ivory Coast and to get out of this group. For Nigeria, Equatorial Guinea is a dangerous, dangerous team. A lot of players who are born in the diaspora have pledged their allegiance to this team. The only Spanish-speaking team on the African continent, but they are really, really good as well. Every time they've qualified for the African Cup of Nations, they've gotten out of their group. And that tells you something, that they are excellent specialists. This is the team that also defeated Tunisia last year as well. So it's a dangerous game against, for Nigeria, it's a very dangerous game against a very adept team. And if anybody thinks it's going to be a walkover, I think they might have to take a rethink. It's going to be a very tough game, but I don't want to give predictions yet. But all I just want to say is that anybody who thinks it's going to be a walkover, just have another think.
It feels like Tunde has selected 2 teams to qualify, Ivory Coast and Equatorial Guinea.
No, I don't think so. He's just being cautious. You know, I understand where he's coming from. I mean, Ivory Coast, they are hosting, like Tunde said, star-studded. Even though Sebastian Haller is not going to play, you know, they still have enough in the arsenal against Guinea-Bissau. Guinea-Bissau, unfortunately, as far as the AFCON tournament is concerned, they have not done so well. I mean, all the times that they have qualified, they ended the bottom of the group. For Nigeria versus Equatorial Guinea, every discerning mind should be wary of Equatorial Guinea, because in addition to what Tunde said about Tunisia, they also ended the 35-game unbeaten run of Algeria at the last AFCON.
Yeah.
They eliminated Mali, and it was only Senegal that beat them in the quarterfinals. And just like you said, they have been to the AFCON almost 4 times. And once in the semi-final and twice in the quarterfinal. So it shows that this country knows what it's doing. It's an emerging force. So if Jose Peseiro believes erroneously that it's going to be stroll in the park, then we might get a root shock. But I hope the Super Eagles are up to the task. We have some players, especially in the attack, and they should do the talk on the pitch.
Onye say it as it is. This Super Eagles team.
You know, I'm trying to.
Yeah, trying to be diplomatic.
Very, yeah.
I think he touched on it earlier on when he said that, you know, we don't have a settled goalkeeper. Uzor has kept 13 out of the 14 matches that Jose Peseiro has played, which means he's undisputed number 1. Yeah. But nobody has confidence in him. We have a backline that the central defensive partnership is not settled. The defensive midfield is also questionable because of the fact there's no Wilfred Ndidi as well. Definitely. You have 3 players who usually line up behind the central striker, who's going to be Victor Osimhen. We don't have any other strikers right now apart from Victor Osimhen because Terry Murphy is joining tomorrow. Onuachu is coming on Monday. So God forbid anything happens to Victor Osimhen between today and tomorrow. That means it's Lukman that will probably be the striker. So his 4-2-3-1 will be tested. But the only part that gives confidence is the attack. Every other department in that team raises a lot of questions.